Hello ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to another Is It Worth the Grind video. And today we are going to be looking at the mouse and compared to the E100. So finally I got my hands on the mouse. Is it worth the grind? Probably not, but man, the mouse is such a troll tank. Uh, In my opinion, everybody should have a mouse. Like everybody should have the experience of driving the mouse. It's such a troll. Like this turret can troll every gun with any kind of ammo. Like you can angle this thing like no other turret in the game. You'll see what I'm talking about a bit later, but yeah, the mouse. Holy shit, it changes your perspective of battle. Like even E100s look like small light things when they pass by you because of the size of this thing. So let's start with the armor. The hull armor from the front is 210 and from the sides it's 185. So you can angle the crap out of this tank. Like 185 side armor, it's off the charts. You can do some crazy angling with it. And the turret armor 240 at the front, which is not that great, but 210 at the sides. And look at the sucking slope of the side of the turret. It's crazy. You can angle this thing more than 45 degrees and still bounce most of the shots with the side of your turret. This tank is crazy. So the gun is the famous E75 E100 mouse shoe gun. Doesn't Nothing changes. The reload gets like one second faster than on the E75, so it's still shit. The DPM of this thing is abysmal. It's like if you try to flank something and kill it fast, you won't do it. You just thing can't kill anything fast. It drives slow and kills enemies slow. So yeah, as you can see, the speed is not great. Not even reaching 20, and I'm not going uphill or anything. And here that I got shot right into my lower plate, and he actually bent, but I wasn't ready for him being there, so I wasn't angled at all. You can see where the shot went. So now I angle for the rest of them, and here comes the Jagdpanzer, and I just angle my turret, and I'm pretty confident at this point, and he bounces from the side of my turret. Nothing these gentlemen really can do about me sitting here. So yeah, and another thing, the day I played, E1 had crazy lag spikes. Like, holy shit, did you see that lag spike? That M103 just slided over the rails. That was fucking weird. And like those lag spikes wasn't just me. It was like every fucking tank in the game was lagging out for like 5 seconds. So it was really annoying. But oh well. That we got really unlucky that he slided out in the open as well. So here I decide enough camping, let's kick some shit out of some hobbies with the mouse. So side scraping is the best tactic to use in the mouse. Back mounted turret plus this crazy side armor on tank is the way to go. So here you'll see me using a little trick that mouse drivers not often do. They use that. Look at me, I'm not aiming at the Jagdpanzer because I know that he's gonna shoot me. I'm giving him my side of the turret and my side armor, and he bounces, and now I know that I can shoot him once and go ahead and kill him as well. Don't care if anybody else shoots at me, they can't kill me. They can't kill me, they're just peasants. And I'm gonna kill this Jagdpanzer just because it's a Jagdpanzer. And here we go. I bounced an IS-7 with the back of my turret as well. The back armor on the turret is 200 as well, which is kinda crazy for back armor of a tank. So yeah, here I didn't have to take that shot. That was kinda silly. But I'm more or less on full health, and they are dying, and I'm in a good position. So I have no doubts that we are going to win this battle. That is was giving me the side, so I took that shot. And sadly, my IS-7 comrade died, but it won't matter. I kind of wanted him to die since I knew that I can take all of these guys on my own, so it didn't really matter. Finish off the E75 and go for the E100. As you see, the boss armor is trolled. Like these people have real issues trying to pen me. And that shot from the IS-7 bounced from the side of my turret. He couldn't pen my side flat angle because 210 armor and it's sloped upwards, and he probably didn't have the best shot, and he just bounced from the side of my turret. And the E100 shoots my rangefinder. The rangefinder is no hitbox zone on the mouse, so no worry about that. That's never gonna pen. Here I wait for the E100 to give me a good shot, and it does by lifting his upper plate. And the Dyson will try to rush me, but he's gonna get killed by our campers, so don't have to worry about that. And this E100 is deciding that he's gonna run away, but I ain't taking any of that shit. I'm gonna chase him and kill him. But I don't think I'm gonna get the kill. Somebody else will finish him off. Yep, didn't roll high enough. So the mouse, as you see, it has crazy potential on city maps. On maps like this, it's a crazy beast. It cannot be stopped by anything. But in the open maps, it kind of sucks because of the. By the way, the amount of RE is increasing day by day. Like I've had like 3 RE games yesterday, and a lot of games are like with 1 or 2 REs. Not like right after the patch when there was no RE at all. I loved that, but it seems that scumbags are coming back. But oh well, the mouse in the open maps it is kind of sad. Like especially if there are if Artie is around, you have to really try to not get spotted because this thing is not hard to net for Artie. For equipment, I didn't use the super large spall liner because there's not that much Artie around to be to bother with that. So I use vents, gun rammer, and the road stab. That's my layout. You might try to switch out vents for the super large or ultra large, whatever it's called, spall liner, and go with that for crew skills. It's kind of standard. Get the 6 cents repairs, maybe preventive maintenance is pretty good, but I don't think I've ever caught fire in the mouse yet, so I don't think it's that necessary. Since probably the lower plate doesn't catch fire. And the engine isn't getting damaged as well. It probably has a lot of hit points, so the engine damage is not really common. As you see me carrying 10 gold shells, I usually don't use them, but if I have to fight an E100 who's just shooting gold at me, I'm gonna shoot gold back at him and just pen his turret as well, because that's just not fair. If I don't shoot gold and he shoots gold, that's just sad. For any other tank I can pen easily, but no gold ammo anyway, so I don't really bother. And again, look at this fucking lag spike. Holy shit, what was that? And here I will have to fight the last 2 P95s. Sadly, my gun trolls me too hard, and I don't think I'll get any damage after this point at all. So let's talk about the line, shall we? The Tiger P is kind of mixed emotions I had about that tank. It's pretty slow, and the armor is kind of. It's not troll. It usually trolls you more than the enemies. Here, look at that shot. Fuck you, gunner. Fuck you. So the Tiger P, even though it has that 200 front plate, there's so many weak spots that you can't really count on it. And look at me using the trick again. I'm not aiming at the P95 because I know he can pen the front of my turret, but not the side of it. So I just wait for him to shoot and then start to aim at him. And of course, follow bounce, and there will be 2 or 3 more of those. So yeah. The VK, the tier 8 VK, is probably my favorite tier 8 heavy tank. I just love that thing. The speed, the combination of the speed, gun, and armor is just what I ever wanted from tier 8 heavy. And shoot tank sucks. Shoot tank is utter garbage. So yeah, this game is over, and let's see how E100 plays compared to the mouse. So here we go. The E100. Is it worth the grind? This tank is more serious. This is a proper tier 10 heavy tank. This tank means business. It's all about that gun. And is this thing worth the grind? It probably is, just because of the line is so great that getting the E100 is not a grind. It's more of a pleasure for most of the time. So I really think this tank is the German tank. Even though the mouse is such a troll, but this is it. If you want a German heavy, get this one, because this thing is serious. It means business. This gun means business. The Even though the armor got the crap kicked out of it in the 8.6, the side armor was nerfed by like 30% at least. So the E100 sides is not that tall as they used to be, but still, it's a pretty capable tank. So the armor, the front plate is 200, and it's better sloped than the mouse, but the issue with the front plate is is that the lower plate is really big and it's quite weak. The turret front armor is 250, which is better than the mouse, but the side armor is only 150, so you can't angle this turret as much as you could angle the mouse turret. So you have to be careful with angling this turret, since if you angle it just a bit, it should be enough for the tier 10 guns to bounce without gold, but when they go gold, E100 doesn't really stand a chance, so you just shoot gold back. And it will be all fair and square, I guess. So yeah, what you want to do really is to hide that lower plate. And as well, one really big downside to the E100 compared to the mouse is that it has weak spot on the turret, the rangefinder on top. The sides and the actual rangefinder is not a weak spot, but that bar on top of the turret, that's a weak spot. If your tank is high enough to shoot that from the front, it will probably usually bend. And turret armor is 250, so if you're face hugging the E100 and he's not angling his turret, you can bend the front of it without too much worries. So yeah, if you have the shot on the front, just take it. Shoot that. So what makes this tank better than the mouse? It is this monstrosity of the gun, a 15 centimeter beast. It reloads in just below 17 seconds. It has 230 penetration, and it has an epic 750 alpha. I mean, this gun, if mouse had this gun, that would be the ultimate tier 10 German heavy, but the E100 gets my vote because of this gun. And for such a derp gun, it doesn't have a really bad stats either. Like accuracy is 0.4, which is not great, but it's not horrible. And aiming time is 2.9, which is actually pretty damn good for a derp gun. Well, kind of derp gun. Can't really call this a derp gun, I guess. So you can see me handing my 15 centimeter candies to everybody who wants to. As you can see, E50 turret, easy aim with carrot, put a shot into his cheek, he has no chance of bouncing at all. And I'll do the same of his tier 9 comrade, and straight in the turret cheek, no heat needed, and 700 damage. I love it. This gun makes this tank so good. Oh yeah, the gun depression is not bad actually. On the mouse it's 8 degrees, on the E100 it's 7 degrees, but it's usually more than enough to shoot whatever you need. So, how to play the E100? Trade shots, as you can see, this gun is really hard, so trading shots is always a good option. Trade shots, try to side scrape, don't over side scrape, don't show them too much of your side because they nerfed the side armor of the E100, so it's not that great for side scraping anymore. But yeah, it's still viable tactical for most of the enemies you're gonna face. So yeah, side scrape, trade shots, two most important things to do in the E100 to do good in it. So, equipment, same as on the mouse, no spoiler. I don't think the spoiler is worth it, not at this point when there's not a lot of RDs, and even if there are a lot of RDs, I don't think the spoiler is actually worth it. So, ventilation, panorama, and word stab all the way. And even though the gun has like kind of bad stats, it's still not that bad. I mean, the aiming time is only 2.9 seconds, like the IS-7 gets 3.4, so the aiming time, you can work with that still, so it's not that bad. And for crew skills, it's complete standard. Sixth sense, reverse, all that jazz. Nothing special about it. And yeah, preventative maintenance is pretty nice skill for E100 as well, because this thing definitely catches fire from the front and it catches fire a lot. Fire spreading skill is not bad either, since it reduces the damage you take before you press the fire extinguisher button. So that's always nice as well. And this game is more or less over already. There's one T-57 still camping base, and I'm gonna fuck up my shot because I thought he's gonna die in seconds, but I obviously was wrong. I should have aimed this shot properly. But oh well. This is my last shot I'm gonna ever take in this game anyway, so I rushed it and I fucked it up. So the E100 line, probably the best grind in the game, with the Tiger being one of the best tier 7 heavies, the Tiger 2 being one of the best tier 8 heavies, and the E75 being one of the best tier 9 heavies. There's nothing really much to it. The E100 grind is a bit of a pain with the mouse gun, with the other gun, but when you get this gun, this tank is a beast. Is a monstrosity of a tier 10 heavy. So yeah, if you think of picking up grinding a German heavy, this is the better grind, the better tier 10 heavy. The mouse is just a big troll. It's fun to play with it, but it's not that serious. It's not that good. The gun is not that good as this one. So yeah, my tip would be to get the E100 because this thing is all business. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed it. This game is over, and I will see you on the next one.